Here we have a problem that is adding mixed numbers. We have a whole number in front and a fraction behind, so that means it's a mixed number. And there's a few different ways to do this, but what I would recommend is always change into an improper fraction. So improper fractions an improper fraction is where the numerator, the top of the fraction, is larger than the bottom of the fraction, the denominator. So in order to find the improper fraction, we always take the denominator, the bottom of the fraction, which in this case for the first fraction is 12. We multiply by the whole number, which is 14, 12 times 14. Then we add that to the numerator, so plus 7. That becomes our numerator, the top of our improper fraction, and the denominator stays the same. So 14 and 7 over 12 is the same thing as 175 over 12. Let's do the same thing for the 9 and 2 over 3. So we take the denominator, 3, multiply it by the whole number, 9, to get 27, and then we add the numerator, 2, to get 29 for the numerator, for the top of the fraction, and then the denominator stays the same of 3. So now we've made our improper fractions, and we can add these fractions just like normal. In order to add fractions, we have to get a common denominator. Common denominator. So our current denominators are 12 and 3. In order to make us the same denominator, 3, if we multiply 3 by 4, we can get it up to 12. So let's make common denominators of 12. And if what we do to the denominator, we have to also do to the numerator of a fraction. So we have to multiply the numerator 29 by 4 as well. So that makes 175 over 12 plus 29 times 4 is 116 over 3 times 4 is 12. So now we have common denominators. Once we have a common denominator, we can add the fractions by adding the numerators. So we add the top, 175 plus 116 is 291, over the denominator stays the same, is 12. And then from here, usually the answer will be, if you're given a mixed number in the problem, you're usually going to need to have a mixed number as the answer. So we need to figure out what 291 over 12 is as a mixed number. So if you have a calculator available, you can just do 291 divided by 12, so the top divided by the bottom, in your calculator. And 291 over 12 gives me 24.25. So let's start out by using just the whole number part of that, is 24 as the whole number. And then in order to find out what the fraction is that's left, 24, if we multiply that by our denominator, 24 times 12 is 288. So we have to figure out how many is left over out of, because we have 291 as the numerator. If we do 12 times 24, that's 288. So we subtract that from 291 to get 3. So this is 24 and 3. There's 3 left over out of 12. A final step is to simplify our fraction. 3 and 12 have a common factor because 12 is divisible by 3, and so is 3. So we can divide top and bottom of our fraction by 3, and that gives us 24, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So our final fraction, our final mixed number, is 24 and 1 over 4. So I hope this homework help question was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel for more homework help questions. And if you have a specific question, then leave that in the comments and I will do the best I can to answer your homework help question.